So in the estate planning world, we might need to know how much assets are worth in the planning, because sometimes the value will influence the plan itself. For example, if mom wants to leave her home to one child, but she wants all three kids to have an equal inheritance, we got to figure that out. What is that home worth? Sometimes we need to know values for tax reasons, but almost always after a death, we need to get values on all the assets. And Alex, some assets are very easy to value. I can value a bank account. My clients can value a bank account. You look at the statement, you can figure that out. Publicly traded securities. That information is known in the world. You can look it up on Yahoo Finance and you can figure out how much a stock was worth on a particular day. But Alex's job is to value other kinds of assets that regular lay people like us can't possibly do. And we use him in the estate and the planning and administration world, but there are other contexts that you spend a lot of time working in. Alex, talk to us about some of the other aspects of your work aside from the estate work.
Yeah, it's a great point you raised. So with the valuation work I do is this, third party, often closely held, not publicly traded type of company that doesn't have a listed exchange or something like that you can easily price. So I do valuations of closely held companies in that auspice, whether it's for a gift, an estate tax type purpose, as you mentioned. It could be an ownership transition that's actually maybe not in a litigated or disputed matter, but actually as part of some good succession planning, and they want to transition the company. It often is done in the context of a dispute. The one area that I don't do evaluation in those areas is actually that of like a business broker type of, I want to sell my restaurant or want to sell my business. That's often an area where my valuation is done with the auspice that it is going to be used typically for some sort of compliance or in a matter in front of a court. And so there's often a need to have a definite figure and value that can be put to, a return or something like that. That really is, I think, the focus of the purpose of why we're valuing. As a consequence, we actually end up seeing companies and businesses across all kinds of different industries and that hold all kinds of different assets. So it's just, I think one of my favorite things about it is you get to kind of look around at the built environment around you and realize that somewhere something is someone's job and that there's a business that's probably been created to, make the rag that you're using to clean your car or something like that. There was a fascinating world about that.
Yeah, you get to see a lot of the things that exist in the world and we just don't pay attention to, or we have no awareness around. But you got to get your hands into those businesses and see what's happening there in order to value them.
Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Absolute Trust Talk Live. If you enjoyed listening in, then don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may listen by searching Absolute Trust Talk. While you're there, we would also love for you to leave us a review. And then why not share your favorite episodes with family, friends, or colleagues too? You can find all of our shows and corresponding show notes by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com. You'll also find a variety of other free resources, including our ebooks, videos, blogs, presentations, and more. If you need help with your estate planning or administration, we also offer a free discovery call to help get the process started. You can find more information on booking your session by visiting absolutetrustcounsel.com/scheduling. Don't forget to keep an eye out for our next live episode. If you join us for the broadcast, you can submit questions during the show. But if not, don't worry. You can always get in touch with us by sending a quick message to info@absolutetrustcounsel.com. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon.